There's certain environments in which viruses thrive, and this is where people have a fair amount of control over what happens in their own bodies. There's two things that viruses love. Number one, they love an acid body. Number two, they like a cold body. And when I'm talking about a cold body, I'm not talking about, it's chilly, let's put on a sweater. I'm talking about your internal core body temperature. The lower your core body temperature is, the more viruses and bacteria and germs are going to thrive. It's a wonderful environment for them. The second thing is acidity is created based on the food that we eat. Now, nowadays, what we're seeing is people are eating a lot of fast foods. We're doing our KFCs and our McDonald's and our cheeseburgers and our processed foods, even down to things like mini meal and pop. Those things are highly processed forms of food. And what they do is when they go into the system, they create a more acid environment. And the more acid your body is, the more likely you have a viral replication or germ replication of any kind. So the key is to keep the acidity down in your body. Now, there's simple solutions to some of these things. For example, in the morning, go ahead and drink some squeezed lemon juice, all right? 4 or 5 tablespoons in a glass of water. You can use fresh, you can use concentrate, whatever you can afford to purchase. And people say, oh, but lemon is so acid and so terrible when you put it into your system. Well, that is true. However, it goes through a process once it's inside your body called the Krebs cycle. And what the Krebs cycle does is it converts the acid and makes the body more alkaline. And what you need is an alkaline body. So things like refined sugar are going to create acidity. Your fast foods are going to create acidity. Anything that is processed or canned is going to cause acid in your system. Now, there's also ways of dealing with the acid once you've got the acid in your system other than the lemon juice. You can take a cabbage leaf, and take that cabbage leaf and crush it and extract as much of the juice as you possibly can out of the cabbage leaf itself, and then drink a couple of teaspoons of that. Do that 3 or 4 times a day, and the acidity will go away. Also use plain white Greek yogurt or yogurt with the AB culture in it. You simply need to look on the packaging when you go to the store to purchase it, and you don't need to eat a whole lot of it, just maybe a couple of spoonfuls. And when you feel your system's getting really acidy, just take a couple of mouthfuls of the yogurt, and that will help you as well. So you need to keep your body temperature up as well. Now, the minute your body temperature drops by about half a degree, so let's say it goes from, say, 36.5 normal range down to 36, you're starting to create an acid environment in which germs are going to thrive. So there's a couple of ways that you can get your core body temperature up. The first one is to exercise. Now, we've spoken about exercise before, but it warrants bringing it up again. When I'm talking about exercise, I'm talking about maybe 20 minutes dancing around your living room to a point where you break out a small sweat across your top lip and maybe beads of sweat on your forehead. You don't need to be a marathon runner. You don't need to go work out at the gym for 6 hours a day. You simply need to elevate your core body temperature for about 20 minutes. And what that's going to do is it's going to help your body temperature increase, and as a result of that, it's going to make it a more hostile environment for germs, bacteria, and viruses to exist inside your body. Another way of doing it, which is something that we recommend when we're working in rural communities, is to increase your core body temperature. Take a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and it has to be cayenne pepper because cayenne pepper is the only one of the peppers that doesn't affect people who have ulcers. So you take a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, mix it in some milk, some water, some orange juice, whatever medium you want to put it in, it makes no difference. Now, it is going to be slightly burny because you're dealing with a pepper. But what that does is it elevates the core body temperature by about 0.5 to 1 degree. So if you can do that 2 or 3 times a day, that's going to help increase your core body temperature, which is going to make a more hostile environment for your body. As an aside, it's also a great thing to give to your kids in the morning when it's freezing cold and they've got to walk 4 kilometers to go catch their bus to get to school. And they go, oh, mommy and daddy, it's so cold outside now, they're shaking and all the rest of it. 1/4 teaspoon in a glass of whatever kind of medium you want to use, be it water, milk, orange juice, fruit juice, whatever. Mix it in, drink it down, and notice how your core body temperature will actually increase. Once again, these are simply tips and advice on how you can do things with stuff that you got in your own kitchen. Obviously, if your core body temperature persists or continues to maintain low levels, you need to go and get medical advice. Go to your clinic or go and see your doctor.